Hey guys, Brady here. I don't think I have an introduction. Yeah. All right. So, Mario. First of all, welcome back to Top Fives. We're finally doing another Top Five. Thank the maker. So, we're gonna talk about Mario. Perfect day to talk about him too, because never mind. March 10th was last month, so I probably may not be. I didn't have enough time to make a March 10th video. Only an Instagram post. So Mario's been haunting, um, our childhoods for years, in a good way. So, in honor of Mr. Paisano himself, we're going to do a top five about his greatest 3D games. I mean, Mario's been going through a lot, and he's been going from other forms of media, like television shows, really bad ones, a really bad movie, cereal, toys, candy, and of course, the most popular one, shirts that kids beg their parents to buy for them. So, but we're talking about the 3D games today. So, let's talk about my top 5 favorite 3D Mario games. Let me know if I should do a marathon of all 3D Mario games combined. Well, that probably doesn't make any sense considering I reviewed Odyssey like after Planet Robot. We'll see what happens. Let's get into it. Number 5. Mario Sunshine. Now this can hold this. I have no real dislike or I have no real like or dislike for this game. I know this has touched many people as children, and I could definitely agree. It's a nice game with clean graphics, an original plot, and voice acting that you may not hear otherwise in any other Mario game. And it's in a location that we've not seen Mario in forever. I mean, this was 2002, so they had to come up with something original. So what do? They make him go to a tropical island. That's wonderful. Especially with Flood, you have like the different modules that you could use to your advantage to get the shine sprites. There's many bosses to go through as well, and of course, we gotta mention the voice acting. When are they ever gonna put me in a game, Mario? That was my Flood impression. So let's go to the next one. Number 4. The Mario Galaxy Duology. This was a tie. They're both really good. They're both probably one of the greatest video games ever created. Right beside The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Metroid Prime. And I can agree, they're both some of the greatest games I've ever played. Trust me. Of course, besides Animal Crossing. But anyways, they introduced a lot. They made Mario go to space and take out Bowser in space, along with Luigi. Luigi's playable too in both games. It introduced us to the Star Spin, and of course, it introduced us to the likes of Rosalina, the Lumas, among others. Not to mention the plot is incredible. So, let's move on to number 3. Super Mario 64. Holy crap. I have no idea if I've gotten any requests to review this game, but I sure bet I have gotten some requests. But, I mean, I will accept it, just not right now. But anyways, Mario 64 reinvented 3D platforming. It was one of the very first Nintendo 64 games that launched the Nintendo 64 to the height of its popularity. Even though the Nintendo 64 wasn't the first fully 3D console. Actually, I think it was. I mean, if you count the PlayStation releasing in 1994, I don't know. So basically, the N64 was the very first 3D console, period. Along with the PlayStation and the Dreamcast, even though the Dreamcast failed to fulfill the 3D capabilities of Sega. But Mario 64 really reinvented the game genre as a whole, with Mario's very first jump into 3D. with a lot of new tactics like dives, triple jumps, backflips, all that jazz. But Luigi is nowhere to be found. In fact, that's been a recurring leak ever since the 2000s. Can Luigi be played in Mario 64? Yes, in the DS version, along with Waluigi and Yoshi. So, no, Wario and Yoshi, not Waluigi and Yoshi. Waluigi's not in the game, sadly. But moving on to the next game. Number 2. Super Mario 3D Land. Guys, this is one of the very first 3DS games I've ever played, besides Star Fox 64 3D and Rayman 3D. This was wonderful, especially at the time when the 3DS didn't really have that many good games out. You know, like Super Monkey Ball 3D and Lego Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars and Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion. So yeah. And that is until Mario 3D Land came along and said, hey, I'm going to knock it all out of the park. And it did. Hard. Really hard. With new power-ups to boot, like the boomerang flower, of course. And the exact same plot. Mario going to save the princess. But now, before we get to number 1, let's go through some honorable mentions. 1, in fact. Super Mario 3D World. This is probably my most favorite Wii U game of all time. To commemorate the year of Luigi, Nintendo released Super Mario 3D World and included a ton of Luigi sprites to boot within the game. And even a playable version of Mario Bros. Where you could only play as Luigi. Dream come true for most people. There's up to 4 people in this game, and a 5th one, which is an unlockable character. Mario is a balanced character. Luigi can jump high. Peach can float, just like in Mario 2, and Toad can run fast. And Rosalina, which is the unlockable character, can, of course, use the Star Spin from Mario Galaxy. Not to mention the returning power-ups, all the returning power-ups from 3D Land, and 2 new power-ups, including the Double Cherry and the cat suit. Yeah, that's right, the cat suit. Wow. Now, for the number 1. The number 1 best 3D Mario game is... Don't act like you guys didn't see this coming. Super Mario Odyssey. I already reviewed this game, and my review goes into more depth and detail into why this game works and why it succeeds in every way possible. But there's been a debate about which one is better, Breath of the Wild or Mario Odyssey. They're both good, but 2017, not only did we get a massive Legend of Zelda game with Breath of the Wild, but a return to the Super Mario 3D platforming days of yore as well. It has a mixture of Mario 64, Sunshine, and somewhat of Galaxy, and a little tiny bit of 3D World. No power-ups, just Cappy, that's it. With multiple moons to collect, multiple costumes to unlock, multiple worlds to explore, but for me, it got boring pretty quick. Then again, you could still revisit it as a household classic. And I think that Mario Odyssey is one of the best 3D Mario games of all time. Unfortunately, it didn't win a Game Award. The Game of the Year award went to Breath of the Wild. And the best family game went to Mario Odyssey. So yeah, there's that. So that's it. If you guys want more top 5s, please comment. And also, I may plan on doing the 3D Mario Marathon. Maybe. I don't know. That is a suggestion that I will keep in the back of my head. So, this has been Brady the Bunch with my top 5 3D Mario games. Bye guys. Sayonara.